everybody, and welcome to Beyond the Book. Today, we're testing the weather sirens. We are going behind the scenes at the Office of Emergency Management. Have you ever been in a scary storm before? Where were you? At home? School? Or driving? Did you have to seek shelter? That means to find a safe space to stay until the storm passes. Our friends at Emergency Management work very hard to make sure we are safe when the weather is not good or when an emergency happens in our city. Do you remember the big fire at Poly America in August of 2020? You probably saw the smoke from your home or when you were driving. What happened? Well, the building caught fire and burnt up a product called polyethylene, little tiny plastic balls. Here is the polyethylene after it melted together, cooled, and hardened. To extinguish or put out the fire on the polyethylene, a special foam was used. The Office of Emergency Management helped get the foam and coordinate or work with other fire departments in the area by referring to or looking at their fire safety plan. They have many plans that they must keep up to date, so when there is an emergency, they can act fast and keep everyone safe. They also help to keep us safe during COVID by running the testing center and vaccination site. Do you remember the cold winter storm we had in February? Many of us lost power, so they are thinking ahead to plan heating and cooling centers by purchasing more generators for any future weather events. Have you ever heard of a hurricane or been in one? A hurricane is a large rotating storm with high winds that form over warm waters in tropical areas. People from the coast sometimes have to evacuate or leave their homes and travel to DFW until it's safe to go home. North Texas is a great place for them to come because our cities work together to make sure everyone has food, clothing, shelter, medical care, and anything else they may need. Here is a wristband that was used to check in evacuees from Hurricane Laura in 2020. We don't have hurricanes in Grand Prairie, but we can get a lot of rain and flooding from them as they move inland. We have pretty scary storms though, and sometimes tornadoes. Have you ever experienced a tornado? A tornado is a type of storm in which powerful rotating winds form a column that goes from the clouds in the sky to the ground. This funnel spins and spins and can do a lot of damage. It's important for us to stay as safe as possible during a tornado. The city monitors our weather every day and is ready to tell us what to do if a bad storm is coming.
If it's severe weather, we work with the National Weather Service to kind of send out alerts if we need to, in case it's going to be a tornado warning or whatever. If there's ever hail, we would be able to see it. It would be yellow, which we don't have any hail, so that's good.
Here is Daniel from Emergency Management to tell us how we can be prepared for and stay safe during a weather event.
One of the most important parts about preparing for a disaster is making sure that you have a plan and a kit. We've made it super easy for you to follow along and make your very own kit at home. These super awesome pillowcases that you can get for free at the library have all the different items on it that you need to make your very own kit. Like water, first aid kits, food, radios, and a whole bunch of other stuff that you might not think about every other day. You can also go to knowwhattodo.com, which is a free website with a bunch of awesome materials on there about preparing for disasters, making a kit, making a plan for you and your family. It even has interactive games that you can play. Making a kit is super easy. You can put all of the items on this list in your pillowcase and keep in a safe location. Typically, a lot of people keep it in the closet or the bathroom with no windows where they can go easily whenever there's a severe thunderstorm or a tornado coming. Make sure every year you're checking your kit and making sure that there's no expired food or other items in here that might go bad. You want to make sure that you check every single year that it's always updated so that way you're prepared for any emergency that happens.
Now, how do you know when bad weather is heading towards Grand Prairie or there is another emergency? Your adults can register for an alert by going to gptx.org/disaster. We also have sirens that are positioned all around the city. When we need to take shelter in a safe space, right away, the sirens will sound to alert us. Demira from Emergency Management will tell us all about them.
So right now we're standing outside one of 29 outdoor warning sirens in Grand Prairie. Whenever the weather is nice, every first Wednesday of the month at 1 p.m. we do a warning siren test of all of our sirens just to make sure they're working okay. The sirens go off whenever there's a tornado warning, hail, or other outdoor event that requires you to take shelter indoors. When you hear these sirens, make sure you, your family, and your pets go indoors away from any walls and exterior windows. Make sure that your parents tune into the local news and sign up for emergency alerts to stay weather aware and find out why the sirens are going off.
It's working! It's working! It's loud! Okay, everybody, that's good to know. Let's go! Let's go! Wow, those are loud! But they have to be. We are lucky to have such an awesome and dedicated team at the Office of Emergency Management. If you want to read more about weather events and how to stay safe, check out the Kids Nonfiction Science and Picture Books concept sections of our libraries. You can find books like Weather Words and What They Mean by Gail Gibbons, Eyewitness Weather, and Al Roker's Extreme Weather. Thanks for watching!